Intention is the most important thing, and this correlates to what are you aiming at when you do an action, when you pursue a career, when you try to fulfill relational needs, whether that be romantic or with friends, whatever it is that you're doing in life, like the intention behind it is essential, and people feel that intention. The results are often correlated with the intention, and how you feel and how you orientate yourself in the world is a result of that intention. And the intention is what you aim at. What are you aiming at when you're doing this thing that you're pursuing, this person that you're pursuing, this career that you want, whatever it may be? What are you aiming at? What is the end goal? What is the ultimate principle that you're trying to get to? And we must start with the end in mind. And this end doesn't have to be an image of how I'm going to look, what the situation's going to exactly look like, but what is the fundamental principle that I'm aiming towards when I do this thing? Is it to be gracious? Is it to be authentic? Is it to be real? Or am I doing it to manipulate, to impress, for social validation? And they're all contradictory things. There can be many reasons why you aim at something, and what the intentions are. There can be many intentions because the mind is made up of sub-personalities. We're made up of all these contradictory parts that are all moving simultaneously. And there can be many different reasons why we pursue a goal or pursue a person or pursue a path. But you must try and refine and understand and bring insight into what is the true awareness, where is the true aim, what is the true intention. And why does it matter so much? Why does intention matter? Like, you think regardless, sometimes you do the same action, but the intention is different. Why does it matter what the intent behind it is? So like, you could go for a run, for example, or you could go to the gym, or you could go out on a date. You could go out and whatever it is, right? You can go with all these different intentions. So let's use the gym, for example. You can go to the gym because you want to be healthy. I like being healthy. I like the way it makes me feel, and it's good for my body. It's a good vehicle for health, and it makes me feel grounded and calm. And if you approach training, if you approach the gym with that level of intention and that aim, then your workouts will be changed and manipulated, and they will work around the orientation of to be healthy. But if you go gym because you have massive self-esteem issues, you go gym because you hate the way you look, you want to look big in front of people, you want to impress people, then that action of going to the gym then changes into this corresponding events of, right, now I'm getting super obsessed and I need to train like 3 hours a day, or I need to dirty bulk to put on all this muscle so I can look big. I need to take steroids, blah, blah, blah. Can you see how doing that one action with the wrong intention can breed a whole level of actions after it? It's like, you start with the right intention. You need to start with the right intention. If you're doing things with the wrong intention, you need to check why you are doing them and where your aim is, and see if you can fix your aim towards a healthier, more corresponding level of happiness and fulfillment. Doing things out of abundance instead of insufficiency. And I often think back to times where, like, I wanted to have romantic relationships. I wanted to be in a relationship, and I would go out and I would speak to women, but my intention would be that I need to do that because I feel lonely and I feel scared. And then I would have these conversations with women and they would just think I'm weird. Like, the conversation wouldn't flow, the relationship wouldn't work, things would come up, and it would feel like there's resistance there. But when I went through a level of self-development and understanding and meditation and my own journey into my own shadow, and I feel more integrated and whole, now I can be to the point where that doesn't happen anymore. Like, I have a relationship, and because the intention is for us to live a life of fulfillment and happiness together and authenticity and truth, my relationship plays its plan out that way because the intention behind it is right. Everything starts with intention and it breeds out of intention. It like spirals out of the intent, and there's an aim, there's something you're aiming towards when you have that intention, and you need to be super clear at what that is. And I really do think the gym is a big one for people. It's like people work out for the complete wrong reasons, and they rather end up burning out or overtraining, or end up becoming unhealthy because they do steroids, or it becomes a thing of the mind where they're not happy with the way they look and it becomes compulsive, it becomes obsessive. That is the wrong intention. It's the wrong aim. And you must understand why your intention is there, understand where your aim is, and then deconstruct that and come to a place where you can do that. You can do something healthier with the right intention. Doing something seemingly healthy with the wrong intention is way worse than doing something unhealthy with the right intention. And what I mean by that is, you can give in to distraction. You can give in to eating junk food. You can give in to going out drinking, whatever the thing may be. Like, you can do things that are seemingly unhealthy, but why are you doing it? If the intention is, I want to enjoy myself, I've been working hard, this will be good for my psychological development, it will take off the pressure, it will take off the ease, and that's fine. But if it comes from a place of, I'm doing this to run away from myself, I hate myself, then why? And then the intention, you need to stay away from that action because you're doing it with the wrong intention. Intention is everything. Nothing has objectively good or bad values in it. No action, no pursuit. It's all the intention behind it. And I think you can really understand what your intentions are with things and what your aim is by looking at your actions, looking at your behavior, and then observing what is the reason you're doing that? Why is the reason you're doing that? And where are you hoping to get to when you do this action? What is it serving? And in an essential way, you're worshipping something with that intention. That aim is what you worship. And so what are your actions serving? So when I wake up in the morning and I doom scroll my phone and then I don't get out of bed till late and I put off my alarms, what am I serving there? And you could deconstruct that into, right, I'm afraid of getting out of bed because I don't want to tackle the day and I hate my job and blah, blah, blah. And then what are you serving? But if you wake up in the morning and you go out for a walk and you're feeling good about it and your day starts off correctly, it's like, right, I'm serving the right things. So always be aware of what are you serving? What is your intention? Where is your aim? And your actions, if you observe them objectively, you can uncover what your aim is and what your intentions are. And it's funny how, like, when people post content and people do things that resonate, and art resonates with people, and movies resonate, books resonate, no one knows really truly why it resonates with people. Why does that piece of art, why does that piece of content, why does that piece of entertainment resonate with someone? And it's often because, like, the people that resonate the most are the most authentic. They're doing it with the right intention. When you go and see, like, the state of the hip-hop industry and you see artists that are just pumping out music to make money, it feels shallow. It feels like it hasn't got any energy behind it, any realness behind it. But when you find someone who does something for the right intention, they're doing it because they're doing it for the sake of that thing, not for an end after the means. Like, they're doing it for itself, and they do it because with love and expression and authenticity. You feel that resonates, and you're looking for that level of resonation in your life. You want to feel like you get in the flow in a way. Like, have you ever been in parts of your life where, like, things is just going well? You working towards something and you're in a pattern of good habits and everything feels good. And, like, it's the intentions right. Things are working correctly because you're aiming at the right place. And so your intention and your aim shifts your perception, shifts your action, and then it correlates to you living a better life. And life feels less resistant, and you deal with suffering easier because you've got the right intention. You're aiming towards the right thing. And it is very important to understand your aim and why it's there and where it's coming from. But thank you very much, people. I think that's the end of the video. And I'll see you all in the next one.